You need to turn off
The music.
Hi, everyone. We're so glad to have you.
We're home.
Welcome, welcome. We'll be starting in just a little bit, okay?
Because we're hungry.
We'll wait.
About a minute or so.
Okay.
This is our first time doing this, so we're pretty excited about it.
I'm so glad. Is that you, Mike, that said that?
Yes.
Oh, great. And Alexia, yeah, we have a lot of people that are doing this for the first time. So I'm so glad. And we've got a lot of regulars. So
Hope we follow instructions.
well, we got the recipes.
Yeah. Prepped.
Yeah.
You get a bigger.
Okay.
Bigger.
And I'm just going to get our focus here, and I'll get our close-up camera. And then if it's okay, I'll just mute for just a little bit. But you guys, if you have questions, you're welcome to unmute, and we're happy to answer and have you add to the conversation today. Okay, everyone, welcome. I'm gonna go right over here so you can see Hind and I, but we just want to welcome you. Thank you so much. Can you all hear us okay? Let me make sure that our mics are, that's the last thing I want to make sure is that our mics are on. And they look like they are. So if you don't mind, will you just, okay, great, Carissa. So welcome.
So just to make sure my mic is working. Do you hear me?
Do you hear Hind? Feel free to let us know in the comments.
Here?
Maybe.
Yes, they do.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We're so glad to have you all today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Buckman, and I'm our marketing manager here at Common Ground. And we are so glad to have Hind here to be doing our class today. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. I know that there's folks that have been taking classes with us for many years, and there's some folks that are here for the first time. So welcome. We're so glad to be cooking with you guys all today. And I'm just going to let you know just a little bit. So we'll try and keep muted. If you guys get lost or have any questions or want to add to the conversation, feel free to add to the comments, and I'll be checking it regularly. And if you've got questions for Hind during the class, I would love to pass your comments or questions to Hind. But we're so glad to have you for our amazing Moroccan cooking class. And yeah, welcome again, Hind. Would you be willing to share a little bit about yourself?
Okay, thank you first, Sarah, for having me and giving me this opportunity to enjoy this class with some friends and folks in our community, Champaign-Urbana.
Yeah.
So my name is Hind Mhaouer. I'm Moroccan, American. I'm mom of 3 boys. Cooking is my passion. I believe that cooking keeps you healthy and enjoy actually what you're eating.
Yeah.
So I hope that you like the recipes we will cook in today.
Yeah. Well, this will be wonderful. And for those that haven't taken a class with us before, we have we're all going to be cooking together, and everybody's kitchens are a little different. So if you have questions throughout, feel free to let us know. We have some really detailed recipes for you. So feel free to use these as a reference. One thing that I thought that we could do is talk out what we're going to be making today.
Yes.
And then we'll go into
So-
some details. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you may or you may not know, so the Moroccan cuisine is based on the Mediterranean diet that use a lot of vegetables and fruits, nuts, olive oil as like the basic and most common oil in the country. And it's pretty much a healthy diet that use also like wheat for bread and so we will be doing today a tagine, a tagine or chicken tagine. So if you're familiar with the word tagine, tagine is this like dish that we use to cook with, and also it's the dish itself. It's called a tagine. For example, we have different and multiple type of tagine. We have tagine of meat, tagine of chicken, tagine of fish, tagine even a vegetarian tagine. So we can use any kind of meat actually to cook a tagine.
That's amazing. And oh, we forgot to mention, you have an amazing store in Lincoln Square Mall called Casablanca Bazaar. So if you haven't checked it out yet, what are your hours typically?
Our hours are from Tuesday to Saturday. We may open Sundays if needed. From 10 to 5.
Yeah.
So we carry some good stuff from Morocco, some artisanal items, and we have a small section of like food, like olive oil, olive, lemon. So we're using today.
Yeah, we're using the preserved lemons today from Hind's store. And you can also, if you love tagines, I think there was one of you that stopped by her store and picked up a tagine to use. So that's super exciting.
So the idea of tagine is that, as I said, like a dish. We call it like a silverware, but it's not silver. It's not made of silver. It's made of clay. So the idea is small cooker. So first, it's healthy, and then it's tasty. So as I mentioned to Sarah like earlier, we like used to cook, and even nowadays, but since like we're living in a very high speed style of life, we use it under charcoal. We use charcoal to cook the tagine. But nowadays we can use any type of heat to cook the tagine.
So we're going to be making chicken tagine, or if there's a couple of you that are going to be making a vegetable tagine, we'll be walking through everything that you're going to need for the recipes. We're going to do a few things to prep for the tagine first. Then we're going to move on to this awesome okra dish. And then lastly, we're going to be making the semolina cookies that I'm really excited about.
Okay.
So I guess the next steps would be, what kinds of tools or equipment will they need? So if they don't have a tagine, they can.
If you don't have a tagine, as you see, this tagine is made of like stainless steel. So any iron, cast iron, or like any soup casserole, you can use.
So ideally, we just want like a soup pot, something that has a lid, because Hind mentioned steaming is going to be a really big part of both cooking the okra and the tagine. So ideally, we're working with, for the okra, just a larger saute pan with a lid. But they could use, like, if they didn't have that, they could use like a saucepan with a lid. And then we recommended, if you don't have a tagine, which I don't have a tagine at home, but now I'm thinking about it. You can use like a Dutch oven or a soup pot with a lid. So there'll be other ways for us to adapt and make the tagine just as good. Okay, so you had a really cool way of cleaning the chicken, and I think that was something that we wanted to start with first.
Okay, so as known in Morocco, we use like ginger, salt, and lemon, to clean the chicken. So we will be using today salt and ginger just to make sure the chicken is clean and those like white fats
Yeah.
pieces, we will remove those parts like with salt.
Great.
Yeah.
And if you are cooking with vegetables, they're welcome to do this process if they want to join us with using the ginger and salt on the vegetables, they can, or you can opt out of that. Yeah, okay. So what other things will they need? They'll need some knives. They'll need we're using a wooden spoon, and we'll have a couple bowls for the baking and for some prep. So I think you had mentioned that the tagine will probably take the most time. The cookies will be really quick, and the okra will kind of saute for like 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so I guess should we start with cleaning and prepping the chicken?
We will start by cleaning the chicken, rinse it, leave it a little bit to drop that water, and we're gonna start by marinating the chicken.
Okay. So we're just gonna get everybody's got local chicken thighs for those that are cooking with chicken, and then we're gonna have a bowl and a cutting board. We've got a lot of ingredients. I don't know. We were packing all of this yesterday, and it was kind of amazing to see all the fresh ingredients going into it. So you said you're gonna rinse, or are you gonna go into a bowl with the salt and ginger?
Yes.
Okay. Bowl with the salt and ginger. We're just putting the chicken in.
Then we'll start by putting the chicken.
And just putting a little salt and a little dried ginger in. One thing I wanted to let you guys know, so in your kids, depending on people's spice levels, we have a lot of chili flakes for the okra dish. So you can use as little or as much as you want of that. We also gave you a little bit more salt for all the dishes, and pepper for both the okra and the tagine.
You mentioned about
Yes, so we give you two different types of ginger. They're identical, but one has more. So we're gonna save. Did we say that we wanted the?
Yeah, maybe we save the more to the tagine.
Okay.
We're gonna use the less amount to clean the chicken.
Okay, so on your recipe card, it actually says to use the 1 tablespoon or the ginger that has the more ginger for cleaning the chicken. We're going to reverse that. We wanted to save a little bit more ginger for the tagine. So either way, you won't go wrong.
Yeah, but either way, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get a little close up here so that I can show you what's going on. Any questions so far, you guys? We're just going to be putting the chicken into the bowl and putting a little salt and ginger on the chicken. But let me show you real quick. Okay. Sorry, that mic wire is all over. Oh, and I just want to show you, Hind has so many things in her store of hand painted pottery. And so this is a little spice dish that she brought. I have some teacups from her, and they're really just beautiful. Okay, so we have a small bowl with our chicken thighs and a small spoon we need. So just with a spoon, we're gonna spoon in some salt. It's like a generous, like heaping tablespoon of salt onto the chicken. And how much ginger do you think that you want to put
Just that small,
Okay.
small,
So we're gonna do the whole container.
yes. Did you get the small one?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the small one. So we're gonna just put the whole container of the ground ginger,
yes.
the smaller amount of it, just all over the chicken.
So the idea of the salt is kind of, the texture of salt and the smell, the strong smell of ginger helps clean clean the chicken.
You're just
Like
gonna
this.
kind of massage it
Yeah,
in,
massage it and try to take any
the white fat.
fats, the white fat. Mhm.
I love, this is new for me. I loved when you brought up the suggestion of doing this. So this is just something that you do for all meat or just chicken?
For chicken.
Just for chicken.
Yes. Because these small things leave like a bad smell in the
Mm,
that you don't want actually
okay,
in your final taste.
yeah. Well, I love that. And then will we basically after like 5 or so minutes, rinse it? Rinse
Yes.
all the spice and salt off
Mhm.
and then pat it dry
And yes, fry it and then
and then marinate it. Okay.
Mhm.
So just for everybody, we're just rubbing the kind of a generous heaping tablespoon of salt and the small container of dried ginger and just kind of massaging the chicken. Hind's removing some of the fat on the chicken thighs,
Mhm.
setting it to the side. And then do you let it rest at all or you just once you've
if-
massaged it all, then you
yes.
rinse?
Yeah, I can. I mean, usually when we have time, we keep it.
Yeah.
That's yeah,
Okay.
but it's okay. We're gonna just rinse it so we can start work with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are the parts that I'm talking about.
And does everybody let us know, feel free to message me if you don't have a pan with a lid and I can try and think of some solutions for you because that will be really helpful for steaming the tagine because you won't really be mixing. It's really, you don't mix the tagine once
Yes.
you layer everything
Yes.
in, you want it to all steam together.
Yes.
So, and everybody's stoves are a little bit different. So we will, you'll just kind of have to keep an eye and use your intuition on your tagine to make sure that it's not too hot or the bottom doesn't burn. And we can always add water.
As I mentioned to Sarah, so the idea of tagine is slow cooking and without water.
Okay.
So the water that the onion and the chicken itself will release, that was the stew broth that we will have.
Yeah.
So we will add a little bit of water if needed. Just we need to keep an eye on our tagine so it doesn't.
Totally.
Yeah.
This looks good.
Okay.
And they can use, if you were to make this dish again, you could use chicken breasts.
Yeah, any parts of the chicken is fine. Also, chicken with the bones is okay too.
Okay, the skin.
I mean,
Or would you
yeah,
remove the skin for
I do.
tagines usually?
no, but you can.
Okay.
If you would like. Some people like skin. Some.
Totally.
Yeah. So I will try to rinse it. So
Was this something that your family made
yes.
and your mom made growing up?
So basically, in Morocco, the tagine is a very popular dish.
Yeah.
It's a daily basis tagine.
Yeah.
It's a daily basis dish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, it's in Morocco, we have like a Mediterranean diet, which is based on this.
Yes.
Type of meat, some vegetables cooked with olive oil and some spices.
Yeah.
That's the base.
Lemon is always a big part of,
Mhm.
I think, Mediterranean. It's one of my favorite cuisines. I mean, there's so many different types of
I'm not sure
Mediterranean
if
food.
Some of the folks that we are here visited Morocco before or have been in Morocco before.
Yes, please let us know.
Let us
I know that
know.
one of our participants had been to Morocco and she bought a tagine from you.
Yeah.
I can't remember your name, but feel free to put it in the chat. Have anybody been to Morocco before?
Mhm. Okay, so I think I got most of it. We will go
Oh,
to,
Kate,
we will
yeah.
rinse it now.
So Kate was like, that was me.
Oh.
She's like, sorry, hands covered in chicken. Oh yes, absolutely. Reasonable. And then Manuel said, yes, for a day. Wonderful,
Oh,
Manuel.
Short time.
Yeah. And what part of Morocco are you from?
Me, I'm from, I was born in Casablanca, the
Okay.
largest city in Morocco.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but
That's lovely.
many cities in Morocco are worth of visit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go like rinse.
Okay, you're rinsing all the
Yes.
chicken now, right?
Mhm.
So she's kind of massaged everything. Now you're just rinsing it and we'll pat it, everything dry.
Mhm. Even the color of the chicken turns like cleaner.
Yeah. Alexia was like, if the dish is amazing, I'll go. LOL. Actually dying to go. Probably I'll mix Lisbon and Morocco trip. And that's awesome, Alexia. She had mentioned, am I right, Alexia, that you had said that wherever you travel, she travels pretty
Spain.
often and she
Spain.
goes to different all around the world and she tries to go to different cooking classes. So we're so glad that you guys are with us today. Okay, so we're patting dry. If you have like paper towels in your kitchen to use,
Mhm.
is that what you would recommend?
Yes. Mhm.
If you don't, they don't have to pat it dry.
Yes, they don't have to.
Okay. Well, I've been really looking. I've only made tagine once, and I've made we did a fermentation class where we made salt cured preserved lemons.
Oh, yeah.
So they're a little different from I think Moroccan, where we
Okay.
didn't have any sugar in it, but it was just like
We don't
oh, you
use
don't?
sugar,
Okay.
just salt.
Okay.
Yeah, just lemon and salt.
Oh,
That's it.
it's so great, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're really fun to make.
They are. Yeah, and easy also.
Okay, so we are going to, are we gonna, do we want to marinate the chicken or do we
Yes.
want to?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna, before we prep all the vegetables, since we have the chicken and our hands already, we're in chicken, let's just marinate the chicken.
Okay.
Okay,
So we're gonna start by the ginger.
okay. Sounds good. So are you gonna add all of it, you think?
Yeah, we may leave a little bit to just sparkle on the tagine.
Okay.
Yes.
So with the container with the other container of ginger, we're sprinkling on the chicken and leaving just a little bit, maybe like a half teaspoon
Mhm.
for later. And then how much salt?
I
Like
mean,
a generous
like this one.
teaspoon and a half,
Yes.
I would say,
Mhm.
of salt.
Yeah, because we're gonna, so remember even less actually, because
Okay.
remember we rinse it with salt and also we're gonna use olives and preserved lemon that
Okay.
already have salt in.
Okay.
So we need to watch the salt.
Okay. So maybe just a teaspoon. If you love salt, a teaspoon and a half. And then just a dash of pepper, like
Yes.
a
Mhm.
quarter, I think it was a quarter of a teaspoon of pepper.
And I'm looking for, yeah.
And then
So
turmeric, the whole container,
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
all the turmeric.
Mhm. Okay, and some saffron.
Okay. All of it?
I'm excited to to use saffron, like to cook with saffron.
Me too.
Yeah,
So all of the saffron?
basically no, maybe
Okay.
half the quantity.
Okay, half of the saffron.
Mhm.
It has such a unique smell. It really
It
smells like
does.
floral,
Mhm.
but almost like savory.
Yes, it is. And also it gives the color.
Yes, right. Okay, so we put in
I-
just pinch. Yeah, with a question?
Quick question, sort of got distracted. Sorry, can you go back to the beginning for the step of marinating the chicken? What all is involved? Sorry about that.
Not at all, not at all. So we after we rinsed the chicken, so we had initially put salt and a generous amount of dried ginger, kind of rubbed it together. Then we rinsed it, and then we put we put all the turmeric in. We put all of the I think it was
half of the black
we
pepper.
put in like a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, probably a teaspoon of salt, all of our dried ginger, except a little bit. We just have maybe a half teaspoon left. Pinch of saffron. We didn't use all the saffron, but if they wanted to, could they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could, but it may give like a stronger
Stronger flavor.
flavor.
So maybe just half of the
it.
saffron.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, so we did salt, turmeric, ginger, quarter teaspoon of black pepper. And really, we'll be really kind of using some of the portions in the chicken tagine ingredient list. So we haven't added any olive oil or anything like that.
No,
So
not yet.
so right now it's just all the dried spices. And then will we just mix it up
We're gonna
and
mix it up, leave it to rest a little bit, and
Okay.
we're gonna take care of the onion and parsley and the cilantro.
okay.
Okay.
So we're just mixing up the chicken a little bit more. Did that answer any questions? Let me know if there's any other.
Thank you.
Keep-
Thank you so much.
Sure.
You're
I'm so
welcome.
glad. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry
We're
about that.
Oh, don't be. No, this is a group cooking class. We're happy to
Answer the
repeat.
questions, right?
Yeah, we want that. So you're just kind of mixing it up together.
Mhm.
And then the only other thing that we had
Tagine.
talked about initially, so in the chicken tagine recipe, Hind was hoping instead of grating the onions for the chicken tagine, you wanted them to be like thinly sliced.
Yes.
Okay, so you have the option of doing it like the recipe where it's grated, but we one of the edits that we wanted to make to the chicken tagine was that we were going to be thinly slicing the
Yeah.
onion.
So here, as you see, we make sure that all the spices cover all the pieces, and we're gonna leave it for
That's so pretty.
a few minutes until we finish preparing the onion and the parsley.
That's gorgeous. Not often does raw chicken look good, but this is like golden. Okay, so just wash hands now and let this sit.
Like, yeah,
Let this sit. Okay.
just don't wanna
Oh,
cover
lose the
it
saffron.
expensive.
Make sure your saffron doesn't go down the drain. So
Yeah.
we'll just put the chicken off to the side for a little. And then we'll be kind of getting ready to do our prep for the onions, the cilantro, the parsley, probably the garlic and the potatoes. So we're gonna do some prep together. So you'll need a cutting board and a knife that you're most comfortable with. Okay. And what do you want to prep first, do you think?
So we're gonna peel the garlic.
Okay,
So
peeling the
if you
garlic.
if you have one like large one like this, one is enough.
Okay, all
So
right.
you don't have that strong smell.
Okay, so we are only going to use one of the garlic cloves since they're so big. And then let me get you a cutting board.
Yes.
So you're going to peel the garlic, one garlic clove, and then are we going to mince it?
Yes.
Okay. And we just got a lot of garlic in from our local farms. That now is the time to plant garlic here. So
So we're gonna peel the onion too.
okay, peel the onion.
Mhm.
And can they use all 3 onions with their
We get-
recipe, or were you
for the
wanting to use a
tagine.
little less?
So the idea, the more onion you use, the more stew you have, the broth, more water you have.
Okay, okay,
So if you would like one is enough, but if you would like more broth, you can use 2.
okay. So Hind is probably going to use 1 of the onions for the tagine instead of 2.
Yes.
But if you want it to be stewier, you can use 2 onions. And then the other onion, so you have 3 onions in your kit. You can use 1 or 2 onions for your tagine, and then the other onion will be for your okra. Okay, so you're just peeling all the skins off of the garlic clove and your onion.
So I'm gonna take some of the parsley and some of the, I'm gonna try to, so we're gonna, I hope I'm not confusing you guys. I'm just gonna
Mince the
everything
parsley.
for okra and tagine.
Okay,
Remember?
so
just to
you want to prep all of the parsley and all of the cilantro
For
and all the
both.
garlic and all the onion.
Yes.
Okay, so for people that they need to mince how many garlic cloves do you think you'll use for both recipes?
For both, 1 large for the tagine and 2 medium for the okra,
Okay,
or 2 large, 1 for
Okay.
the okra, 1 for the tagine.
tagine, okay. Should we, so we're just gonna peel all of our onions, peel all of our garlic, and then, you wanted 1 of the onions to be for the okra, and you wanted that,
Yes.
how did you want that? Grated?
Yes.
And then the 1 to 2 onions,
Grated, but not very mince.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. But you want to slice the onion for the tagine,
Yes.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Are you used to doing it over a sink?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, we're just going to be prepping our onion and garlic, and then for both recipes, for the tagine and the okra.
So yeah, so 1 for the tagine, and these 2 are for the
Okra.
okra.
Okay. And then how will you be grating the garlic, you think?
And yeah,
Okay.
grating and fine.
Finely grating the
Finely
garlic, or you can mince it if you don't want to grate.
Yeah, the smell of the cilantro smells
Mhm.
wonderful.
I know, it'll be so nice to use these fresh herbs. Okay. So you just removed a little bit of the stem on the
Yes.
cilantro and the parsley.
I think this is too much, so we may
Okay.
need to, yeah, we will be using like half.
Okay. So we might not need all the cilantro. If you are a big cilantro fan, you're welcome to use all of the cilantro, but it looks like Hind wants half of the parsley and half of the cilantro
Yes.
for these recipes.
Okay, so we're gonna rinse them.
Okay, rinsing it in a colander.
Yes.
How's everybody doing? You need anything? So we're rinsing the herbs We peeled our onions and our garlic, but we haven't chopped anything yet.
Yeah, we need to make sure there is no. Right?
Krista says, keeping up. Kate says, doing good here. All right, you guys. I know it's kind of a feat sometimes. Usually we have about 30 households that cook along with us every virtual class. And it's so fun, right? And so are there any, oh, Alexia says, Mike needs eye drops for onions. He's crying, LOL. I know, that's how it is sometimes. Oh, you washed your onions. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. I've heard people do that also to help from crying. So maybe that could be a trick for Mike. Krista says, what do you mean by thinly sliced for the onions? What size are we looking for?
I will show them.
You will show them? Okay.
Yes, but don't worry, it doesn't have to be one size, you know?
Okay. So we're working on the onion. We're going to use only one onion for the tagine. The recipe says 2, but Hind wants to use 1. So we're going to trust her.
Is this?
So that's thinly sliced. So
So this size.
So she halved the onion and then she's really slicing it pretty thin, in kind of strips. So you're going to do that for all of 1 onion?
Yes.
Okay. And that will be designated for the tagine?
Yes.
Okay. I love your nails. Do you put henna?
Yes.
Henna on the tips?
Yeah.
That's cute.
When I've been because I was in Morocco like a few months ago, and in Morocco there is like custom. When you have guests, and they're leaving, you made them some henna before they leave.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. So they do that for you?
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet. And do they put it on your nails or they just give it to you to take home or?
There is like some designers, henna designers. So a lady came to my house and she made some designs on my hand.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah. So in Morocco, like we take a good care of guests.
Yeah.
And we also take them, this is the traditions and the customs. So we take them to get, we call it hammam, to a spa. Yeah, to relax.
Wow.
And then after the spa, the designer comes
to do the designs.
The design of henna.
And is it oh, there was someone that says oh, did you cut yourself? Oh no.
That's okay.
Here, let me get you something. I'm sorry. Our knives are pretty sharp.
Yeah, it is sharp.
Oh, here, let me get you something. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Here, let me get you sorry
guys.
And our knives are pretty intense.
Yeah, they are sharp.
Oh.
That's okay.
Here,
Fine.
I might need to hold on to it for a little.
Yeah.
Sometimes we use these pretty sharp knives and
okay, so there is a joke in Morocco that says if you want to learn a skill, then you need to get cut.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That's the worst.
That's okay.
Let me get you one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got these really nice knives, but they can be really sharp. So hopefully no one else gets cut today.
Yeah.
But let us know if you do, because I just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So here we're gonna just try to clean our board a little bit.
Okay.
And then
yeah. So we've got bowls if you want to put anything together for that. Kate had said she had been to a henna cafe in Marrakesh
Oh,
and she
yeah,
recommends it.
you might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put, or I can put it like directly
Oh, okay.
in here.
Okay.
Yes.
Should they put any olive oil?
Yes, we're gonna
So-
put some olive oil.
Okay. So instead of putting the sliced onion just into a bowl, Hind wants to put it into the dish that we're going to use for the tagine. So whatever dish you plan to use or cooking pot, we're just going to put a little bit of oil. Alexia says, I didn't get blood in my ingredient list. I'm like,
Oh, no, don't worry. there
I
is
know,
nothing
I know.
coming.
So that's for a special Halloween edition.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. So we're gonna put some oil.
Okay, like a couple tablespoons of oil into your
Yes.
dish. I
Mhm.
think it might have even been like 3 or so tablespoons that you put
Yes. So
into your
some for okra.
some for okra.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. And this will help keep it from burning or sticking,
sticking.
right?
Mhm.
And then you're just setting the onions on top.
Mhm. So as I mentioned, this is like, it looks enough onion.
Okay. And I haven't had tagine before. Does it get kind of crispy at the bottom at all, or is
No.
this more steamed?
Yeah.
Like cooked?
No, it's not, it's gonna melt.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Oh.
notice any
The onions will kind of
onion.
become a stewy
Stew-
broth.
Yes,
Prudence had a question.
yes.
She said, "Is that a metal tagine? Can someone
Yes.
cook a metal tagine on an electric stove top?" So, yeah, I guess that would be a question. So we have induction burners, which is technically like somewhat electrical. I would say that they can.
Okay.
Uh,
have,
do you use gas at home?
yeah, I have gas at home.
Okay.
I'm not sure about,
So we're going to be using it on our induction burners. So
my friend does.
okay.
She has like electrical and she does
Yeah.
use like this one.
Great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had electrical stoves before, and I think you could be able to you could definitely do that.
Okay, so next step is we're gonna chop the parsley and the.
Marion had a question. She said,
Sure.
onions and garlic.
Yeah.
Should we, did you, if she was wanting to do the garlic, with the tagine, how would she should grate the onion?
Yes, I will grate it right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so here, we're gonna grate, remember I told you 1 large for the tagine? We can grate it just right on top of the onions.
Okay. So just the finer grating side,
Mhm.
just one of the bigger cloves.
Yeah.
And you might be using the same grater when it comes to the cookies. We had talked about this before class.
Yes.
Just
just
make
make
sure
sure.
if you're using the same finer grater, make sure it's really clean, because otherwise your semolina cookies will taste garlicky.
Yes.
They'll be
Yeah.
extra savory. So make sure you clean. If you're going to use the same grater, make sure you
We don't
clean.
want that actually.
Yeah. Okay, so you just did 1
Yeah.
clove grated on the
Mhm.
finer setting, and that looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Thank
Look
you.
how pretty.
Mhm. Yeah, it's the onion.
Okay, onion's good.
Yeah.
Kate says, should we turn the stovetop on yet? No,
Not yet,
no,
not
because
really.
we still have a lot of prep.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the potato, and
Mhm.
so you should be fine to leave your stovetop off. And no need for the
Oh, for
oven.
the top, I thought for the cooking. No, we can.
Yeah,
We
you can?
So the onions start to melt a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought you were talking about the cookies.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
for the tagine, yeah, we can.
Okay, so you're right, Kate. So I think, do you want me to turn this on low?
Yes.
Low?
Mhm.
Okay, so on low, you can put your heat your pan up on low. I can get you a different knife if you're nervous.
No.
So you're just gonna chop up the cilantro and the parsley together.
Yeah, it started to.
A little lower than that, you think?
No, I think that's fine. So I'll be using this. So, but the idea is to make it as fine as you can. It doesn't have to be very fine.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. What do you call that?
I don't know. I mean,
That's so cool. Okay, so we're just basically mincing. We're trying to make as finely chopped. The cilantro and parsley need to be finely chopped.
yes.
And Hind has an epic knife tool that she's using. I've only seen something like that for like pizza cutting, but
Oh,
this
yeah.
is special.
Common in Morocco. We use it for parsley and for any type of like green herbs.
Okay.
Color the.
Luna knife, someone says. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Luna knife.
Yeah, Adam is going to be teaching a class in December. He's going to be doing a holiday brunch class and then doing some in-person classes. Adam's been taking all of our classes now that he's back from, was it Austin or Houston? But he had been a previous cooking class instructor. He teaches cooking classes. So
Yeah, that's
Um,
great.
so yeah.
I'm so honored to be cooking.
Ah, you're the cutest.
Chef.
So how's everybody doing? You doing okay? So we've got our onions on low. And we're just mincing up our parsley and cilantro. Adam says, Austin, see you soon for brunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll actually be looking to post those classes pretty soon, probably in the next week or so. So people can they can sign up for all of our classes. We're going to be doing like a fall baking class in November where someone's going to use winter squash and sweet potatoes to make this pumpkin cupcake recipe, and then we'll make this nice tea drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at this moment we can add the chicken.
Okay.
Yes, on top of this,
Okay.
and garnish it with some parsley and cilantro.
Okay, great. So we're basically layering our tagine. So the onion and the garlic went on our tagine. Now we're laying the chicken thighs on top. And then what about the potato?
Yeah, I will peel it.
Okay.
I cut it in some
Quarters?
yeah, long quarters and put it in these sides.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I can smell that saffron.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water so we cannot waste these spices.
Okay.
And chop it.
So just put
Yeah, that's it.
like a couple teaspoons of water,
Mhm.
maybe like 2 tablespoons of water into your chicken bowl, and just try and save all of those herbs
Water, yeah.
or all that spice.
Yeah, I will add it at the end.
Okay. All right. And then how much of your herbs are you using?
Handful.
A handful of your chopped cilantro and parsley on top.
Mhm.
This is going to be so colorful.
Yeah, it is. Okay, at this time,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to peel the potato.
Okay. I can get you. I've got more paring knives if you want.
I'm gonna use this one.
That one? Great. That one's a nice
So we can cover.
one. Okay.
So
Do you want me to increase the heat a little bit?
yes. Mhm.
Okay. So we're increasing the heat just a little. The tagine is going to take kind of a bit. It's probably going to take most of the class.
Yes.
Um,
So we are few steps to let it. So just peel the potato.
okay. And what are they kind of looking for? How do they know if their tagine is too hot?
They can use a knife to check the chicken
Okay.
and the potato
Okay.
and this stew a little bit thickens a little bit and it's done. I just would like to mention that halfway, almost halfway, we're gonna add the olives
Okay.
and
The preserved
lemon,
lemon.
the preserved
Okay.
lemon.
So halfway through, we're not adding the olives and preserved lemon until about halfway through,
Yeah.
because you said that it doesn't really need
Yeah,
too much time to cook.
Time to cook, yeah.
So now we're just peeling the potato. It says that you had like 3 to 4 potatoes, but our potatoes were so huge in our order that we decided to just give you one big one.
Yeah.
And you're gonna peel it and then cut them into almost like, maybe it can't be quartered, those would be too big. So maybe longer strips, eighths. Okay. And then you're gonna layer it around the chicken. So it had this like pretty pattern. How's everybody doing so far? Are your hands in chicken? You let me know if you have any questions or need me to repeat anything. I'm happy to make sure that you guys are with us. And we met at your store. My coworker Liz, who helps pack the kits, and she was the one that was at pickups handing out your kits. We go to Balderota's occasionally for a piece of pizza, and we stopped by Casablanca Bazaar, Hind store, and we loved it. You've got like amazing leather bags. You've got lamps, hand painted cups and dishes, and like spice containers like this, tagines.
Handmade like items.
Handmade.
Made with the natural substances like clay, leather, silver.
Wow.
Copper, juniper,
Juniper.
Wood. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you know what? There was a question about Moroccan olive oil. Sorry, Prudence. So her question was, do you use Moroccan olive oil, and what makes Moroccan olive oil special?
This is a great question. So yes, at home I use olive oil like from Morocco or like from Algeria. We carry some in the store from Algeria too. So as you know, the Mediterranean cities or countries are known of trees, olive trees and olive oil. What makes it tasty and special? Maybe the land.
Yeah.
The soil.
Yeah. I mean that is how everything gets its flavor, you know, and the unique areas. So yeah, maybe we need to start stocking some
so we're gonna put some
olive oil.
Some potatoes.
Oh, gorgeous. This is going to be so pretty, like a cool pattern. So if you're working with the vegetarian kit, feel free to arrange I think we gave you eggplant. Feel free to arrange it in these sliced, and like the chicken, and you have your potatoes. So feel free to make a cool pattern.
So remember this small chicken, not chicken, sorry, ginger that we left. We're gonna sprinkle it on the potato and some of the onions since they're not spiced.
Okay. So if you did leave a little bit of ginger, if you didn't, that's okay. But if you do have a little leftover ginger, you can sprinkle it on the potatoes. Nice. Oh, this is going to be so nice.
Also,
Well, I'm just so thankful for you because we haven't ever done a Moroccan cuisine. I don't think in our history of doing classes here at the co-op. So this is an inaugural event.
also some pepper, like
And a little pepper. Marion, I think yes, use both of your potatoes
Yes.
because you must have gotten the two smaller ones. So feel free to peel those and cut them up into eighths and just kind of set them in around your chicken or your eggplant.
Small pinch of salt.
Okay, a little
Small,
salt,
very small.
small pinch of salt, small pinch of pepper on top.
At this time, our tagine will be like ready to take time for cooking.
Okay.
As I mentioned, we will be adding some lemon and olives in halfway.
Okay.
And we will check it from time to time to see how is it going.
Okay. So the main thing to remember is we have it on like low to medium heat. And just keep your nose out for if your stove is too high. Oh,
We're gonna add that small water.
okay. So we're adding like a couple tablespoons of water just that was left over that caught all the spices from our chicken bowl. So maybe add if you didn't do that, add 2 tablespoons of water to your tagine. But yeah, keep your eyes out or your nose smelling for if your tagine is too high in temperature and if it's burning. Ideally, we want everything to steam. So you might need to add a little water as we go. Okay. Sam and Jake. Hi, Sam and Jake. They take all of our classes. They're the sweetest. They say this smells so good. So we're doing great. Okay, so let me check in with people. Where are you guys at with? I know there was some people that were still working on their potatoes. We are going to be kind of preparing to now do our okra. Is that right?
We're almost like because our protein is ready, our garlic is ready, so we're almost there.
Yeah.
We're gonna start the okra.
Yeah. So let us know if you have a moment. There's no rush. We're happy to repeat anything as we go. But I just would love to see where you guys are at. So let's see. No response yet. I think they're busy.
That's fine.
They're very busy. Carissa says, I think I've got that finished. Should we put the top on and leave it? Yes.
Okay.
So with our tagine, we just put the lid on. For those of you that were curious, once we added the potatoes, we did a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. We had a little bit left over of our powdered ginger. We sprinkled that on top and
season the
vegetables. And then we had Hind wanted to capture all the spices that were left over in our chicken marinade bowl. So we just added 2 tablespoons of water to that bowl and made sure that we poured that into the tagine just to catch all the flavors. Karen and CJ are just working on their second potato. That's awesome. Good job, guys. And Manuel says, got tagine cooking with lid on. Okay.
Good.
So, and there's a lot of us. I want to know how many people are cooking with someone else or with a group today. I would love to know. So is it Marjorie? Marjorie, you had a question about when do we add the cilantro and parsley? So, would it be okay if I showed them or? Okay, Marjorie. So we put a handful of chopped cilantro and parsley on top of our chicken when we put it in the tagine. And then we put our potatoes on top. So the rest of the cilantro and parsley is here. We're going to use some of it for our okra. Probably not all of it.
Not yet.
Not all of it.
Mhm.
So just a good handful.
Handful.
A good handful went into the tagine, and another good handful will go into the okra. So they said, Marion says, all alone here. That's okay. You got all the work, Marion. And Adam has cooking with two littles. And Karen and CJ are doing a team. Kate's alone but having fun. Cooking with Mia, great Manuel, and Nicole and her mom. That's great.
That's great.
Well, we're so glad to have you guys. Okay, so let's talk out while people are finishing up. Let's talk out. So we're gonna do the okra, and then we'll make the cookies. And the cookies you said are only gonna take like 10 minutes on really low heat
Of cooking.
of cooking, but
there
the
is
prep.
some 10
some prep.
minutes of prep.
Okay,
Yes.
that sounds good. And
Or 15 minutes of prep.
we've got an hour. We're okay.
Yes.
Okay, so for the okra, everybody had a pound of frozen okra. Do you want me to grab that?
Maybe in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until the sauce is.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay,
Mhm.
we have to build the sauce for the
Mhm.
okra first. Okay. How is everybody doing? They need a little bit more time before we move on? Krista says, I'm good. Let us know if you just need us to hold on a minute, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody's looking so far that they're good to go.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll ease into our next recipe, okay?
Yes. I'm gonna grate the onion.
We're gonna grate a whole onion.
Mhm.
All right.
I would prefer to grate it in the pan.
In the pan, you got it. So we're gonna grate in the pan, and we're using just like a stainless steel saute pan with a lid. So we're gonna need another pan with a lid.
Mhm.
Okay, and I like this idea, Hind. Hind is just gonna grate right into the pan.
Yes.
No need for a cutting board.
Yeah, because it's watery.
Yeah. So we're grating the whole onion. I'm making you do all the work, sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. My pleasure.
Oh. So if someone wanted to make another Moroccan dish, what's your favorite Moroccan dish to make?
So there are plenty. I'm not sure if the famous are couscous.
Couscous, okay.
If
Yeah.
people like no couscous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to make couscous, tagines, pastilla.
Kate says, she said, oh my gosh, my eyeballs with the grating, I think, for the onion. But then she says, pastilla, it's a great dish.
Yeah,
So
pastilla.
tell me, I don't know if I should know what that is.
Pastilla is the phyllo dough.
Oh.
And it's we use chicken, almonds, some spices, and we fill the phyllo dough with these.
We're gonna have you come back for a pastilla dish.
Yeah, pastilla is a famous dish that we use in Morocco, especially for really precious guests and for in weddings and in very special occasions. Yeah.
Alexia says, wet paper towel next to the onion will help not to cry, whoever needs this tip. Thank you, Alexia. Yeah. Hind put her whole onion under water, and I wonder if that also helped.
Yeah.
Because I'm not crying. We also both have glasses, so
yeah.
I always say that helps.
Okay.
Onion goggles, someone says.
So we're gonna put the olive oil on top of this.
Okay, how much olive oil?
Um,
All of it?
I will save a little bit for the tagine, just a little bit at the end.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're using
Maybe
about
two-
half of
yeah.
the leftover olive oil.
yes,
Two tablespoons on top of the grated onion.
Mm-hmm.
Carissa says, eating a piece of soft bread while you cut helps a lot. Aw.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's great.
feel free to snack.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna put this on top of the
Okay, on the stove. Are we
Yeah.
heating it up at all? Not yet.
We're gonna grate the
Grate the onion or
Grate the-
grate the garlic.
garlic.
Okay.
Oh, this is very,
Oh,
very
that one.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't ever use that side.
Yeah,
the
because it
finest
is-
side. It's
It
hard to
is
take
very
anything
fine.
off of it. So
Yeah.
we're grating the 2 cloves of garlic.
It starts getting the smell.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys?
Yeah.
The
The
tagine.
tagine, yeah.
Okay. See if there is
Okay, so I'm
any
just gonna talk this out one more time in case people are lost. So
Yes.
we grated the whole yellow onion. Hopefully you'll do it without tears. And then we did 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we grated 2 cloves of garlic on
Yes.
the finer side. All right, and we have it in a nice simple saucepan, but we need a lid for it.
Yes. Is it on?
It's not on. Should we turn it on?
Yes.
Same heat as the tagine?
A little bit more.
A little bit
it's-
more?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
kind of
medium to
sauté.
high.
Yeah.
Okay, saute temperature for our onions. All right.
Now it's time for this.
I don't cook often with saffron. I had mentioned
Yeah.
before, and it just the smell that's coming from the tagine
Is
is so nice.
So saffron too is one of the ingredients Moroccan known of. As you may know, that Moroccan is known of many ingredients like saffron, olive oil, argan oil.
Oh.
As I mentioned to Sarah before, we have a small region in Morocco that cultivates saffron, and we use it basically in many dishes
Okay.
in Morocco.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Is this too hot?
no, it's good.
It's good.
Mhm.
Sometimes with these induction burners, they get hot really quick
Okay,
and then
so
it
that's why we
lowers
need to
down.
Keep.
Yeah, we'll just keep
watching it.
stirring it.
Mhm.
So we're constantly stirring our onions. Medium heat for the okra, Alexia says. Yeah, we're gonna do like a higher saute
Yes.
for our onions. That grating allows the water to really come out of the
Yes.
onions.
Mhm.
Now we're getting that onion. The onion
we'll-
vapors.
Yeah, maybe a little bit slower.
Yeah.
So we will be adding in this step, we will be adding the spices.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're sauteing our grated onion,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna add some spices. So
So yeah.
let's look.
So salt.
So generous amount of salt,
Mhm. Pepper.
like a teaspoon of salt. Pinch couple smaller spoonfuls of pepper,
Paprika.
paprika, all
Yes.
all of the paprika. Mm.
Oh yeah.
Is it okay? Lower?
Yeah, a little bit lower.
So we are lowering the temperature a little
Yeah,
bit.
so that the spices don't burn.
Okay.
So at this moment, you can add the tomato sauce so everything doesn't burn.
Okay. So we'll add the tomato sauce. So we added all the paprika, decent amount of salt, like probably a teaspoon of salt
Mhm.
and probably a half
Okay.
teaspoon of pepper. We're gonna add all the cumin.
Yes. For the chili, it's
Yeah,
up to you.
we gave them a lot of chili flakes, so please don't
don't
feel
use
like
it all.
don't use it all. So
Yeah.
we'll use maybe like a third
Yes. A third
or half.
to half.
Okay, we'll use half of the chili flakes.
Yes.
And would you say that Moroccan food should it need to be reduced even more?
No,
It's good.
fine. Yes. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Would you say that Moroccan food is like spicy hot or usually mild?
No. So there is something. Yeah.
Mm. So we're adding the whole container of tomato sauce to keep our spices from burning.
Mm-hmm.
And this tomato sauce and everything is gonna cook down just for a little bit, for a few minutes, or no?
Oh, yeah. You mean before adding the okra?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to. We can add it now.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So our okra is frozen. That's okay.
Yes. That's just.
And they could have used fresh okra if they want to make this again during
They
summer.
can. They can. It's totally fine to use fresh okra.
Okay.
So yeah.
So both recipes are kind of like nice steaming, like
Mhm.
the cooking method using a lot of steam, which is awesome. So
So at this point,
okra,
once your tomato sauce bubbled a little bit, you can add the okra.
okay. Should I increase the heat at all?
No, that's fine. I mean, who will see?
Is one of the spices cumin?
Yes. So we added the cumin, all of the cumin. We added all the paprika. We added about half of the chili flakes. But if you're sensitive to spice, you can reduce that
You reduce it
or
omit
not
it.
or omit it.
Yeah.
And then we did salt and pepper. And the only other things were tomato sauce
Mhm.
and 2 grated cloves of garlic and a grated whole yellow onion.
Mhm.
So now we're just kind of mixing everything up. We have it on
Thank
like
you.
low to medium heat.
Yes. Medium is good. At this moment, medium is good.
Okay.
So we want to make sure like every piece of okra is in the sauce, and we're gonna garnish with parsley and tomatoes and the cilantro.
Just increase it just a little bit. 'Cause
Yes.
with all the cold,
Mhm.
it will need a little bit more.
Okay, so it's a handful of tomato and cilantro and parsley,
Okay, a handful of cilantro and parsley
like this.
after we added the okra.
Mhm. And we cover.
Okay, and cover with a lid. Is that
Mhm.
all right?
Yes.
How's everyone been doing? Let me know where you're at. So Karen and CJ, after we added the okra, we then added a handful of the minced cilantro and parsley. And it's looking so
Yes.
pretty. Wow, that's a lot of steam coming out of there.
Yes. Mhm.
Is it doing well?
Yes, it is doing very well.
Okay. Oh, almost too well? Like too hot? You think?
No, I think it's good.
Ah.
Is it on the lowest?
We can do lower.
Okay, a little bit. Yeah, so please watch the temperature because everyone's stove is different.
Right.
Yeah.
Ours, we're notorious with our induction burners to be faster than most people.
Yeah.
So when Hind just looked, we had this like plume of steam that came out. So if yours isn't steaming yet, that's okay, but we have it at medium heat. And I'm so pleasantly surprised how much steam is coming out.
Yes. Mm.
And the chicken looks good. Everything's looking good. So yeah, low and slow for these. So where is everybody at? Are you let me know what stage you're at and we'll make sure that we're leaving enough time for everything.
Mhm.
So Carissa says, just finished setting the okra up. Alexia and Mike said, perfect pace. Great. That's what we want.
Just here.
So
we can.
And you had just, I think, so we had planned this class in the summer. I think we met in July, and then you had just gone back to Morocco. And
Mhm.
how long did you go for? Did you go for a couple months?
Yeah, 2 months and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole summer basically.
Okay. And you took your
Yeah.
kids?
Yes.
That's so
Mhm.
nice. And
Yeah.
how do they I'm sure love it
They
there.
love it. Yeah.
I bet.
They love it.
And all of your family's there.
Yes, all my parents, my brothers.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier, Sarah, that how hot the Moroccan cuisine.
Yeah.
So the Moroccan cuisine is not known of to be too hot like the Indian.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, but it's known of something. It mixed the salty and the sweet.
Okay.
This is the points Moroccan cuisine is known for.
Okay.
So we have a lot of tagines that have that tasty sweet taste. So for example, we use meat. We cook meat with salty ingredients and we garnish it with, for example, prune or apricots
to give it
or
that
dry
sweet.
ananas, not ananas, pineapple.
Pineapple.
My French words.
I love it. I love it. Do you
So,
speak French too?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow.
So dry pineapple. So we mix those two like tastes,
That
and
sounds...
this is what makes the Moroccan cuisine different
Yeah.
and special. Yeah.
And that's such a good blend. I mean,
Yes,
to have
blend in the taste of sweet and salt. Yeah.
So great.
The pastilla, for example, has that salty taste from the chicken, but that sweet taste from the almond and honey. So merging or blending these two tastes makes a wonderful taste.
What about, like, is citrus a big part of...
We have some
Moroccan?
sort of dishes that goes more citrusy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like are lemons and oranges typically popular in cuisine?
Yes.
Like Moroccan cuisine?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So should we, for the preserved lemons, for instance, should we do any prep for that?
We
think?
just gonna cut it.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna cut it in few like lamelle, in few like slices.
Slices? Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody, we had two tinier preserved lemons.
Yeah.
Everybody else got a big one. So I know that the recipe for, what was it? For the tagine, it says to leave a little bit of preserved lemon skin for decorating the tagine at the end.
You don't have to. We're gonna decorate it as whole
we
like
do it?
this.
Okay. Okay. So for everybody who's working with anybody using preserved lemons for the first time, let us know.
Yeah, it's interesting to know. Also, preserved lemon can be a good additive to salad. Any type of salad, you can cut it into small like pieces and add it to your salad. It adds a very beautiful taste.
Oh, great. Awesome. So 3 people haven't used it before.
Haven't.
So I taught a fermentation class in January, and how I make it is sliced. You stuff the lemon with salt and then submerge it in salted lemon juice. And I put it, I make tahini sauce where I put it with the tahini and cilantro or parsley, and blend it into this like green sauce,
like a sauce.
Yeah,
that's
and it's
a good
it's
idea.
good with like pita or hummus. And so for the preserved lemon, how are we just gonna slice it?
Just on 8s, like we did to the potato.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot someone was like, "Can you put your phone back on?" Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that. I was still holding it like I was doing it, but let me get you. Okay.
Okay, let's
Okay.
go back.
Thanks, Christine.
So yeah, we sliced it into 8, like just like we did with the potato, and we're gonna try to garnish with it. So
I
let's
love
take a look.
this. How's everybody's tagines looking? Do you have some like moisture? Oh, look at this. This is like an art form. So you're just kind of like artfully putting them in between your potatoes.
Like this.
Gorgeous.
I think we need a little bit of
More heat?
Yeah.
So we're increasing our heat just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Our chicken here is almost, it is going.
Okay, but our
Okay.
potato needs a little more.
Yeah. And this
And our onions need to be
need to
breaking
be
down more.
cooked, yes.
Okay, I'll increase the heat.
A little bit.
Is that too much?
I think that's good.
Okay.
Just we need to keep an eye on it.
Okay, so we increase the heat because we want to see a little bit more simmering happening to the onions. And how's our okra? This looks gorgeous.
Yeah. It's
Does it need more heat?
no.
Okay.
I mean, just we need to keep an eye on it also if it needs water,
Okay,
because sometimes
so you don't want, what Hind's looking for is we don't want anything to stick to the bottom really.
yes.
So if your pan is, if your tomatoes are starting to stick to the bottom tomato sauce,
A little bit
add
of
more water and maybe reduce your heat.
Yes.
Okay. How is everybody? Are we doing okay? So we added our preserved lemon, the slices. We increased the heat a little bit just because we weren't seeing enough simmering happening to the tagine. Our potato and our chicken were doing pretty good. Oh, what about the olives?
Oh yeah, we're gonna add them.
Okay, in a little bit.
Yeah, in a little bit.
Okay, we're waiting on the olives. We just did the preserved lemon. Oh my gosh, I just want to like breathe this in. So, Krista says, my tagine doesn't have a hole. Should I take the top off for a little bit and let it evaporate?
No, just it's okay. It works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She said that's okay. You don't need
Yeah.
one. All right. I think everybody's good. Yay.
Yeah, I just need to wash my
Okay.
hands.
Wash
So
your hands.
the idea is we don't want any strange flavor in our cookies.
So wash your hands since you grated all of those, all that garlic and onion.
Yes.
Because we don't need any hints of garlic. Okay, so we are going to be moving on to our cookies, which I'm so excited about. I've been really excited about this menu for several months, and I've had to, I've had to wait because the class we planned this in June, and it's almost November.
Yeah.
So, Pat said, wish I had a larger pan for the okra. Oh, totally. But it will still work with a shallow pan. So don't worry.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
That's okay, Pat. Use whatever you got, you know. It's okay if it's not as big. Unless it's overflowing, then you know.
Another like a trick, just so you can take some of the sauce and put on top of the
like baste your potatoes.
yes, so it takes those flavors too.
Okay, so did you hear that? Basically, Hind recommends that you can use the oil and the broth that's coming from your tagine to baste onto your potatoes so to absorb. Oh, this is so pretty. How's the heat?
It's good.
It's okay. So we want to see a little simmering happening.
Yes.
Is anybody's tagine when they look at it, it's not liquidy enough? Let us know.
Yes.
because they might need to add more water.
Water, yes.
So take a look at ours. I think you can see there is a decent amount of liquid. Like I would even say that's maybe a couple cups of liquid
Mhm.
from all those onions.
Yeah, so
This is so pretty. I smell that turmeric too.
yes.
Okay, so we're going to kind of get ready for our semolina cookies. So will you pronounce the traditional name for it again?
Ghariba,
Riva?
yes.
Almost like with an
Ghariba.
R. Okay.
Mhm. And we have many kinds of ghariba. Depends of what you're using. We have almond ghariba, walnut ghariba, semolina and coconut ghariba that we'll be making today. Sesame ghariba. So any type of a bowl, small bowl, depends of what you're using. It's called ghariba.
Riva.
Mhm.
So we're gonna need two bowls. We're gonna need one bowl for making the cookie dough, and then another smaller bowl for rolling the dough into the powdered sugar. And then we also have some parchment paper for you because you'll need a sheet tray. We technically have two sheet trays. Kim thought we might need two.
Yeah, we might.
If you don't have two, that's okay. They could
Yeah.
do one at a time.
Yes.
Sorry, our parchment paper. We were eyeballing it.
Yeah, that's okay.
So you might have larger parchment. Okay, so again, we've got parchment, we've got two bowls, a sheet tray, and then you're gonna need your grater cleaned.
Yes,
Uh,
we have this one
Yeah, perfect.
for the zest.
We have a zester. You don't have to have a zester, but as long as you clean your grater from the garlic that was previously grated, that's important.
So just to make sure where we're gonna put the
cookie or the powdered
sugar.
sugar.
The powdered sugar is not wet.
Right.
It's dry.
So make sure your bowl is dry for the bowl with powdered sugar. Okay.
Yes.
So ingredients. So
Everyone ready?
Is everybody ready to make cookies?
Yeah,
Should we preheat the oven?
Yes. At this
Okay.
moment, yes.
So one thing of note, different from other cookie recipes that I've seen, is we're only preheating the oven to 250. So some recipes I've
No,
seen is
350.
350.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did I
Sorry.
say 250?
I said 250. I'm sorry.
if I
No, it's okay.
take it.
No. Okay.
350.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
glad we said that. Okay. So
Mm.
preheat your oven to 350, not 250.
Yeah, 350.
350. All right. We're going to do that.
Yeah. Our okra looks good.
Okay. So again, preheat your oven to 350. Stir your okra and take a look. And then we'll walk you through everything you're going to need.
Yes.
So 2 bowls, one of the bowls we're going to focus on for right now. And then we have a zester or a micro planer.
I just need a whisk.
A whisk?
For the eggs.
Yeah. All right. We need a whisk for the eggs. So we starting with the eggs?
Yes, we're gonna start by cracking the egg.
Okay. There was a couple people with the vegan kit, so the just eggs, just use that. That will work great. Just gonna rotate this away. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So 2 eggs.
So we're gonna add a pinch of salt just to elevate the sweetness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Pinch of
a
salt.
pinch of salt, yeah. And we're gonna add the sugar.
Okay. And everything's been pre-portioned for the cookies, so you don't have to worry about measuring. And it was actually fun. We had the scale out. We were measuring grams. I was like,
Yeah,
"Ooh, this is fun."
Fun. The oil.
Okay, so we added the 2 eggs, the sugar, and the canola oil.
Yes. Mm, okay. This time we're gonna whisk.
Okay, whisk it all together. So again, 2 eggs, sugar, and canola oil, and a pinch of salt.
So we're gonna whisk it until everything is
Okay.
so at this time we're gonna add the zest.
Okay, so how much zest?
A half lemon or
Okay, we're
yeah.
gonna zest half a lemon.
So the idea is to take off that bad smell of the
Oh, sorry, Marjorie. So Marjorie said, I can't find my sugar. So the sugar that we're using is cane sugar. And so what was it? 125 grams. What would that be in
in
cups,
cups.
do you think? Like three quarters or a half cup?
Maybe 1 cup.
1 cup.
Well, is because see it was in here.
I would say that it would be a 3/4 cup, Marjorie.
Cup.
So yeah, we did the 2 eggs, the 3/4 cup of the cane sugar, the canola oil, and then a pinch of salt,
Mhm.
and then whisked it together. But yeah, Chris's like, the sugar looks unusual. What type is it? So it doesn't, it's not bleached. Some
Mhm.
sugars, they
Brown.
do additional processing or they bleach the sugar whiter. So this is a more natural cane sugar.
Mhm. So at this time, we're gonna just add the dry ingredients,
Okay.
coconut and semolina.
And I forgot to say, we grated half a lemon.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
I think you did. I'm just gonna repeat it, but
Yes.
we zested.
We're gonna add the apricot.
Okay, we zested a lemon, half a lemon, and then we're gonna add all the apricot jam. I'm
Mhm.
excited about that. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
take a look to this.
Everyone take a look at their okra.
Yeah, because it was frozen, it's releasing water.
Okay.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. And we just don't want anything to stick to the bottom, right?
Yes.
Ideally.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody doing okay? Should we check the tagine, or you think it's
I
okay?
will check it too.
Or maybe should we put the olives in yet? Or
Yeah, we can. Let me see. That's knife. What is that white
oh,
knife?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Nice. So we stopped and we're gonna check we checked our okra, made sure that that's nice and steaming. Now we're checking our
Yeah.
potatoes. Ooh, our potatoes look
are
like they're
done.
all done.
So the tagine basically is done. Ooh, it's hot.
Hot. Oh, I can get you
Yeah, just a piece of sheets or a.
this,
Yes.
okay?
Mhm.
So yeah, make
Thank
sure
you.
you
So
There
do you
we
have
go.
this results, guys?
Oh,
So if when you pinch your potato, it should be same for the chicken.
it's super tender.
Mhm.
So our potatoes and our chicken are mostly done. Yours might still need a little more time. So
Yeah,
feel free
that's
to
okay. We
poke your potato and your chicken. Let me know where you're at. Is it
Mhm.
still hard?
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious
I-
for people that don't have a tagine if they're having a different,
Oh.
if their cooking is a little different. So
Yes.
you let me know.
Mhm. So at this moment, we're gonna add the olives.
Okay. Gosh, that smells so good.
Yes.
I feel like my body needed this recipe.
So gonna add the olives.
And these are Moroccan olives that we sell at the store.
That's great.
The green Moroccan olives.
Mhm.
And so we're just decorating them. We're using the whole package or
Yeah,
everything
the
that we
whole
gave
thing,
you,
yes. Mhm.
which was about half a jar of green olives.
So for the oil, it looks good. We
Okay.
don't need that drizzle of water of oil.
Okay.
It looks good.
So if it had looked less shiny, we would put some
Yes.
oil.
Mhm.
But since it was shiny, we don't need any
Shiny
more
and
oil.
greasy. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Kate
Okay.
says hers feels right. That's awesome, Kate. Karen and CJ say we have a pot with a lid and our chicken and taters are done. Great.
That's good.
Okay,
So-
back to our cookies. So we
So at this moment, we're gonna just add our dry.
okay.
We're
So
gonna
we're
start
adding our
by
coconut and our semolina
Mhm.
and our apricot jam. And add all of the coconut and all of the semolina.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the bacon.
And then the
Powder.
baking powder. So the only thing that we're not adding is we're not adding the powdered sugar because that's going to be something that we're rolling
Yes.
the dough balls into before we cook.
So we're gonna try to.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you're using your hands? That's awesome.
Mhm.
So everybody use your hands. And you're kind of just like scrunching it together.
Mm-hmm. Try to get everything.
And it's nice. It's like a wetter dough than
Yeah.
some cookies.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we're gonna leave it for, what time is it?
3:37. We're doing
Yeah.
great.
Okay, so we're gonna leave it for just 5 minutes and to thicken up a little bit,
Okay.
and then we're ready to
Roll them out.
roll them. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we mixed everything. Well, we
Yeah.
mixed everything with our hands. And then we're gonna leave the dough for 5 minutes just to hydrate.
Yes.
The semolina will get
Semolina will-
hydrated, and so it won't be as
Harden up. It will be harden up more
harder.
and easy to roll up.
Okay,
And yeah.
great. Great. So I thought maybe I would just let you know, we do virtual cooking classes, we do in-person cooking classes, we've been doing cocktail classes. We have a fall cupcake class that's scheduled for November 11th, so just in a couple weeks. And that is going to be using kabocha squash and local sweet potato and making a really nice with a cream cheese frosting. And the person that's teaching it, it's Heidi Lusler from Berries and Flour, and she's really great. She uses a lot of different foraged and local ingredients, and so she'll be showing us how to frost little pumpkins with the frosting, make leaves, other decorations and patterns
So
for
I'm checking
cupcakes.
the okra.
Okay.
So the okra is cooked too.
Okra is all done because it's
Yes.
soft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
So I'm gonna just see how thick is the sauce,
Hmm.
and I think it's ready.
Great.
Yeah.
It smells good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our okra is soft and it's thick enough
Yes.
that
If
will we
if-
keep it going or turn it off, you think?
Yeah. If you would like, you can add that little bit of oil into the okra.
Into the okra.
Mhm.
Sounds good. So we had a little leftover, a couple tablespoons, maybe like a teaspoon of olive oil left that we're just adding to the okra instead of the
Yeah.
tagine.
Yes.
And then do you want me to turn the stove off or let it cook
Yeah,
more?
for 1 second or like for
Yeah,
just
turn it off in a minute or something.
Mhm,
Okay.
in a minute. Yeah.
Okay. How is your okra looking? And then should I turn off the tagine?
Before turning off anything, it's a good idea to taste the salt.
Yeah.
So if you need, you can add more, simmer for a little bit, then you can turn it off.
So do you want to taste it?
Yes.
Can I taste it with you?
Sure. You taste and let me know.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah, just be careful, it's hot.
Mm.
How is the salt? How is
I love that the herbs are like tender and
Yes.
like a part of the tomato sauce.
Yeah, also we can
So good.
so
And I
good.
got a little heat from the
Okay, the chili.
the
flakes.
chilies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're gonna add just a little bit of parsley and cilantro and then turn off.
Okay.
It should not be like cooked.
Okay, so
It should
garnish
stay-
with the parsley
yeah.
and cilantro. I think it's good. I think the salt's good.
Yeah.
You taste it. I want to
Okay, I will.
you know best.
No. I will taste it.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah. It's also it took that citrus
Yeah.
from the tomato
Tomatoes. Uh-huh.
and the hot from the chili.
Yep.
So it's good.
It's really
It's
good.
really good.
It's really good. Look how beautiful. Hooray for cooking classes, Adam. Yes. Okay. And then can we take a look at the tagine?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Gorgeous.
Mhm.
Are your kitchens smelling so good?
Yeah, so this is how the stew should be. Should not be liquidy.
So not too liquidy, but
Mhm.
just enough juice.
Or dip the bread.
Oh, okay. And we're using ciabatta bread to dip for the juices. But
Yes.
you had mentioned that there's other traditional type of bread that you make.
In Morocco we make our homemade bread from
Okay.
wheat. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. I have like on my Instagram page, I have a small like a reel about how to make the bread.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
wait,
small
what's the Instagram again? Do you want me to share it with them?
Sure. It's H.
Oh yeah. H.
I think you have. Let me get it from my.
Yeah, that's okay. We can share her Instagram later.
A dash or a
Yes.
a dot. Remember?
Yes.
Okay, so you can do the same thing with the chicken. You can taste the salt,
Okay.
and then you can turn it off if it's ready.
Great. Krista says, first time I've had okra. It's delicious. Oh, I'm so glad.
I'm glad you got good results.
Yeah. This is just so
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my gosh. You guys, this is
Yeah.
tasty.
Yeah, so
Mm,
it is
wow.
cooked. So yeah.
The saffron,
Mm-hmm.
perfect spicing.
Yes.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we turn it off
Yes, we
Okay.
can turn it off.
for both dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're turning off both our okra.
Remember, just as I said, to put some the broth on top of the potato if it's still needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if your potato, yeah, you can base the broth on the potatoes.
Yes.
There was a question about, would the tagine ever be served over couscous?
No.
No, typically with bread.
Yes. I mean, yeah, you can, but
Okay.
it's not something traditional in Morocco. The tagine is always served with bread, and the couscous, it's served with the couscous semolina
Oh.
and with the broth, the
Mm.
couscous broth.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
do something down the line again, maybe with pastilla and couscous.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gorgeous. Let us know how everything's looking. Also, if you would love to take pictures and tag us at the co-op, and I'll make sure that Hind gets to see all of your delightful dishes.
Mhm.
We love
That's a good idea.
yeah, we love
actually.
seeing what you guys make.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's been a little, we're
Yes.
doing pretty good.
Yeah,
So
let's go back to our cookies.
cookies.
So we're gonna dutch this powdered sugar
Okay.
in here.
Powdered sugar in a separate bowl.
And we're gonna, can we have the sheets?
Yeah, sheet tray.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll do one or two? Sorry,
Just one for
baking
now.
sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have your we gave you guys parchment paper,
I will
so that
take
will help everything.
in here. The back.
And then I guess my only other thing with the bread, do you typically have it like room temperature bread?
You can,
Or do you toast
depends
it?
on you how you like it.
Okay.
Yeah, but not too
Crispy.
dry,
Yeah.
not too crispy, so it can dip. That's broth.
Okay, great.
Yeah. But you can, of course, put it in the oven for a few minutes,
Yeah.
but not crispy.
Okay.
Yes. So here we take a small ball like this one. We roll it for a little bit, and we're gonna dip it in here.
Okay, so I would say almost like an egg yolk shot size, maybe a little bit bigger, like a small ball.
Mhm.
Roll it and then dip it into the flour.
Yes.
Adam says that my little says she likes your cooking. So
Thank
the
you.
kiddo that's cooking with Adam
Mhm.
loves your cooking. Ray has a question about what other veggies would be good in the stewing sauce. Like, would there be other things that you put in the tagine?
Yeah, basically any combination of potato, carrots, peas, artichoke. Yeah, all these can be a good
Peppers or no?
Peppers usually go with fish.
Okay.
Yeah, when you have a fish tagine, then you garnish it with pepper and tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about, I think there was some recipes I saw for like beef. Do you make beef tagine? Was there certain recipes or
Same thing, just you replace the chicken with the beef, and you just add your vegetables, and that's it. Just beef takes longer time than chicken. Yeah. Okay, so
is this the type of texture that typically?
Yeah.
Is it a little wetter than normal?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't affect but it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
So we're just putting it in
Yeah. So here
powdered sugar.
we shake.
Oh. To coat it?
Yeah, we shake a little bit and we try to cover all the cookie with some coconuts.
Oh my gosh. And the powdered sugar.
Mm-hmm. It should be all covered like
Okay,
this.
fully covered.
Fully covered.
Be generous with your powdered sugar.
Mhm.
And then you said that it cooks pretty quick. You said about 10
Yes,
minutes.
10 minutes, yes. Just it takes some time now, but in the oven it doesn't.
Okay. And how big do they get? Do they kind of stay that size or do they get bigger?
They get bigger.
Okay, so space your cookies out a little bit
Yes,
because they will grow.
yes, they will.
Everybody doing okay? You let me know.
I feel it's a little more
Wet.
wet, yeah. Hopefully it dries.
It's okay. So you're just rolling it in powdered sugar.
Mm-hmm. And you just keep going.
And this makes a decent amount of cookies.
Yeah, it does.
That's great.
About, not sure if it's 20 or less.
Mm-hmm.
Just with my finger, it's kind of hard.
And you'll get pasty.
We usually yeah, use like also
Scoop?
yeah, you can scoop or blossom of water to not prevent sticking.
Okay, what kind of blossom? What kind of blossom water do you use? Did you say blossom water?
Blossom orange.
Oh, orange blossom.
Yeah, orange
water.
blossom
Okay.
water. Yeah.
Okay. And that does it have that strong flavor or is it
No,
more
it
just to keep
doesn't.
it from sticking?
Yeah, just you
That's
put a little
cool.
bit on your hand.
Do you ever
Yeah.
does Moroccan cuisine ever use rose water in anything? Is that not
Not
really?
really.
Okay.
The Middle East
Yeah,
use
more-
rose water more than, but in Morocco we use rose blossom water a lot in
Okay,
our
or orange blossom.
in our cookies.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just it's because of this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I can help if you want.
no, that's okay. Just may take a longer. But if you would like, but you need to.
Yeah. I can.
I mean,
I'm gonna
you-
help Hind with rolling out some cookies. So you let me know if you have any questions. I'm just gonna get rid of the second screen.
Oh,
It's I just said put it under a certain timer, but doing good, Carissa. Great. So what kinds of recipes, what kind of Moroccan dishes do your kids like?
they like all of them. They
Do
like
they?
tagine, they like couscous, they like harira. I'm not sure if some
How do you
people.
spell that?
Harira is Harira.
Okay.
Harira is a Moroccan soup that we
Oh.
consume in Ramadan. That Moroccan usually consume. I think this one is a little
Too big,
bigger.
sorry.
Okay. In Ramadan, yeah, we break our fasts with harira. And it's a tomato soup made of some lentils, chickpeas, cilantro, parsley,
Wow.
celery. Some it can be with meat or without. So it's really tasty.
That sounds
So
great.
they like harira,
Mm.
they like couscous, they like all type tagines.
Well, based
Yeah.
on your cooking,
Oh,
I would be I would be very happy with what you
Yeah.
make.
thank you.
How about everybody else? So have you tried other Moroccan cuisine
Recipes.
recipes? I'm really curious to see if this is your first time making Moroccan food. And definitely let us know. We would love to. Sorry if I'm making those too big. That might be a little big.
Yeah, I put
Sorry.
them back. That's okay. They can be recyclable.
Yeah. I'm really curious what you think of the tagine and the okra, because I'm sure you've maybe tried.
Yeah, we would like their feedback.
Yeah. Kate said, I learned about couscous Friday
Yes.
when I was in Morocco.
Mhm.
And then Aaliyah says, my father is Tunisian and the
Oh.
cuisine is similar. That's
Yes.
amazing.
The Tunisian couscous is so tasty too.
Oh, that sounds great.
So yeah, couscous is a traditional dish that the family gathers on Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
We might put just
Need
3.
another?
We're good for now.
Okay. So depending on how small your pan is,
Mhm.
you may need 2 sheet trays. But we only gave you 1 parchment. Sorry about that. But as of right now, we're only using 1. So you guys can decide if you want 2 sheet trays or not.
Mhm.
Alexia says, group trip to Morocco. I'm with you.
Yeah.
This is actually,
It's
so not only is this a cooking class, but this is actually a tour group.
Yes. So
That would be fun.
I think we might. Oh, there is more space. Okay. Yeah.
So we're really fully using our hands today with our cooking.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, I've heard lately that there are some enzymes in the hands that's released in the cooking, and this what makes it tasty or not.
That's
I'm
amazing.
not sure how like this research is true, but this is what I've heard like lately.
Yeah. Well, they even in the same, I don't know if it's the same type of thing, but like gardening, there's
Yes.
been research on like putting your hands in the soil will actually make you
Yeah.
happier.
Mhm. Because we are made of clay
Yeah.
as a human being, so
Mhm.
that's related.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Made of all these different minerals.
Yes.
So I'm sure now everyone is in love with tagine. So if you want to get your tagine, you should go to Casablanca Bazaar and see Hind in person.
Yeah.
And
You're
pick up your
so welcome to come and meet. We can meet.
Yeah, that would be really sweet.
Yes.
So definitely support Hind in
Okay.
her amazing business. Pick
Thank
up some
you.
hand-painted pottery and dishes.
Mhm.
They'll be like,
So just
yeah.
to mention, so beside the Casablanca Bazaar, I make some soap and
Yes, right.
candles using only natural ingredients and EOs and clays and oils, butters. So yeah, so you're welcome to come and see what we have.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Kate says, Hind's black soap makes my skin feel so smooth.
thank you.
Okay, we have some fans.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
gonna be a new Hind soap fan.
Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. So Sarah, we might need another sheet
Yeah.
for 6 cookies.
Okay, we're moving to the other sheet tray.
Yeah.
We do have a little extra.
Yeah.
Um,
But we can pop this into the oven
okay, let's
Yes.
do that.
for about 10 minutes.
Okay, around 10 minutes.
Mhm.
I might check it, ours around 8, just because our convection oven is pretty strong.
Okay.
Okay, so we popped ours in the oven at 350 preheated and cooking for 10 minutes. Oh, you guys make me so happy. Sam and Jake said, this has been amazing. Can't wait to come buy a tagine.
He said,
Yeah.
"Can wait."
Can't wait to come buy a tagine from you.
So welcome. You
And
are
then
so welcome.
Alexia had a question, straight on the pan or with wax paper. So if you should have some parchment paper. So put that underneath it, and that is just really
Yeah.
great for with
To
cookies or
not
anything
stick.
to not
Yeah.
stick. And then I wouldn't use wax paper because that might melt.
Melt. Okay.
So if they didn't have extra parchment paper, what I would maybe do,
Is grease it with oil.
grease it with a little oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me get you one
Just
more sheet tray.
want to put like a timer. You can put a timer for your cookies.
Okay, put a timer for your cookies for 10 minutes, you guys. And we are almost done. You guys, thank you so much. We're gonna wait for our cookies to come out of the oven, and then maybe we could plate some
Yes.
food together. Definitely we would love for you to take some pictures.
Yes.
And share with on Facebook or Instagram. We would love that. Actually, I kind of want to do that really quick. Just so the tagine is so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's not hot. It's nice.
Oh my goodness. Amazing. This is so colorful. It also almost reminds me a little of the shakshuka, like the way it looks with the tomatoes and the parsley.
Yeah, by the way, for the okra, you can use the same method, but with red pepper, red bell
Oh.
pepper. It's
Instead of tomato.
no, instead
Oh,
of
instead of okra.
Mhm.
Okay, so you could use, how big would you chop it?
Small cubes.
Small cubes of
Mhm.
pepper.
And it's called Taktouka.
Taktouka, yes.
So it's kind of
Like-
similar to
Okay,
shakshuka.
okay.
Shakshuka, maybe they use eggs. in
Yes,
it.
eggs
Yeah,
and stuff.
no. In Morocco, we all call it Taktouka, and it's only tomato sauce and not red, green, any color, bell pepper.
Bell pepper.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we wanted to put the last
Yes.
cookies on, and then our cookies are doing really well. We're gonna start plating the food. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure your cookies are all covered with the
Powdered sugar,
powdered sugar.
generously coated.
Mhm.
And then I'll make room for our cookies to come out soon. And then how long do the cookies need to cool once they come out?
For maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 15, 20 minutes to cool once they're out.
And they're ready to be consumed.
Okay. Any questions about the cookies? Krista says, I have to head out, but thank you so much for the class. The tagine and okra taste great, and the cookies are in the oven. Have a great day. Thank you, Krista. We're so glad you came, and we'll keep you posted on more classes in the future. We've got a email list people can sign up for if they want to hear and sign up for more classes in the future. And the Alexia says, definitely will do this cooking class again.
So let me just share with them my
Your Instagram?
yeah, just if they're
Oh, I'm so sorry, Christine. We had the pickup
Yeah.
on Friday at 4, but the class has been from 2 to 4. So if you want, after this, I can send you the link to the class so you can watch it. I'm so sorry that we thought it was at 4. My apologies. I'll make a note to after this class, since we recorded it, I'll send it to you, okay? So you can watch it. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, here is my Instagram account.
Thanks, Christine. Yeah, sorry about that. We do the pickups from 4 to 6 on Friday, but then 2 to 4 today. But no worry, we have it all recorded. So as soon as it loads, I will send it to you in email, okay? So you can make something tonight. And we
Yeah.
stuck to the recipes for the most part. We just there was a couple of things like we sliced an onion instead of grated the onion for the tagine, but overall, Hind had looked at all the recipes beforehand. And then Marian, thank you so much. I'm so glad. She said, my first class, really fun. I'm impressed with the beautiful ingredients. Thanks to both of you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So let me, I'm sorry, I forgot to write the Instagram. Will you?
That's okay.
I can write it for everybody. If you want to follow Hind,
Yeah,
I did.
just for more Moroccan
It's
cooking.
so
Cooking. I actually don't post regularly, but maybe from time to time.
well, now you'll be going viral. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Hind's Instagram, and you've like posted a lot of recipes. So I've just posted it in the chat, and let's see, our cookies are almost done. And then let me get you a plate if we could do
I think
quick
the
plating.
oven is
Done? Done?
Yeah, because yeah, it is very hot. Yeah, it is.
They okay? Are they overcooked?
I mean, yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
like-
look like crackled. They look really beautiful.
Yeah, just can you show them?
So maybe take your cookies out soon.
I mean, it's 10 minutes, but since the oven here is very small, it took less. But in the regular home ovens, it's 10
Probably 10.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, enjoy. I'm going to show you a close-up of these cookies, but if you have to skedaddle, I totally get it. Let me show you what our cookies look like because they're just amazingly gorgeous. Okay, you see how they're like crackled? Oh, and they smell, you can smell the semolina and the lemon. Look how beautiful. All right. Oh, I'm so glad, everybody. They said, thank you for the recipes. This is delicious. Thank you so much.
You're
So excited to
welcome.
eat. Looks amazing.
You're
So you
welcome.
guys just enjoy your
Enjoy
dinner.
dinner.
Yeah. So now you have a really delicious class. And yeah, we're so excited to have you. I put the Instagram in the group chat. Let me see if let me put it in there again for you. And I'm so glad again, follow Hind on Instagram. I'm putting that in right now. And stop by Casablanca Bazaar and meet Hind in person.
Yes, you're so welcome too. On my Instagram page, I have some couple like quick recipes that you can try.
Oh, Adam, I'm so sorry. He said he ruined his cookies, but the class was great. I'm so sorry. I hope maybe I wonder what happened, but was it too wet? Let me know.
Yeah.
But thank you all so
This
much.
is great.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll let you go to dinner, but thanks for making these amazing recipes with us. And Christine, I will send you the recording as soon as it loads, okay? And we'll keep you posted. We'll send you the recording to everybody this week. And I'll keep you posted on future classes like our cupcake class and our holiday baking class with Adam. And thank you so
You're welcome.
much for this.
You're
I'm
so
so
welcome.
excited. So excited to eat a little.
Had fun And I'm so glad I've been with you today.
Oh,
And thank you for coming and joining us.
yeah, I'm so great. Okay, we'll see you soon. You guys enjoy your dinner. Okay, bye-bye.